Sharp Game here, coming at you on another episode from ChooseYourRelationships.com off of Love Can't Wait, which can be found on Amazon.com. And P.S. and by the way, if you have any questions that you want me to answer, click the link below and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. And earlier, somebody sent me an article about a drama teacher allegedly having oral sex with a 15-year-old in the back seat of her car. And believe it or not, these incidents with teachers to students, this type of shit was going on when I was in high school. But what's interesting today is students are telling. And I think that's kind of interesting. Somebody brought that to my attention earlier today when I was having a conversation. And we were saying a lot of stuff happened at our high schools, but students didn't say anything about it. Back then, I don't know any student that had any sexual contact with a teacher that said anything. They barely said anything to other students. So I think that's very interesting. I don't know the reason behind that though. You know, if you have any ideas, let me know. But I'm gonna read some of this. She said, the police officer caught her with half-undressed schoolboy, a former pupil, in the back of her car at 2 a.m. earlier this week in Florida, but initially said that he was one of seducing her. Pamela Stigger, 33, claimed she was only trying to mentor him, but the 15-year-old told police she had told him to go to the back seat where they took off their trousers and underwear and had sex. She's a nice looking woman, no doubt about it. This is what a lot of our teachers are looking like these days. See, when I went to school, most of my teachers didn't look like this. I'm sorry, you know. Hey, I'm just saying, you know. But these, you know, you have a lot of very sexual appealing teachers out here these days. No doubt about it. Okay, so another picture of her. And it goes on to say, the aspiring actress then reportedly got dressed and was performing oral sex on him when he told her a sheriff's deputy was walking towards the car. The female officer swooped in after a call about a suspicious-looking vehicle obstructing traffic with no one in the front seats at 2 a.m. She said she saw Stigger in the back with the boy, who was naked from the waist down. Shit. Sheriff spokesman Gina Carter said when she was questioned about what they were doing and if they had in fact engaged in sexual acts, she denied being engaged in these sexual acts, despite the fact that the young man was undressed. Stigger faces 2 charges of sexual assaulting the student who was in her drama class at Forest Glen Middle School in Coral Springs during the academic year 2015 to 2016. And goes on to say the investigator, Stigger, was driving home now. The investigator said she was driving home when she pulled over and started kissing him in the early hours of Thursday morning. Stigger, who, according to investigators, has a custodial relationship over the teen, is said to have denied having sexual contact with him. She initially accused him of attempting to seduce her before changing her story, said Carter. Lady, you know this little kid ain't trying to seduce you. Get out of here. He might made a, if anything, he might made a pass at you, but being that you're the adult, the burden is on you to shut that down. Goes on to say, the sheriff's spokeswoman added, she did say that she was in the process of mentoring this past student of hers, even though it was 2 o'clock in the morning and they were in the back seat of the car. On Friday, a court banned Stigger from having any contact with the boy, and she must wear an ankle monitor while out on bail. Broward County Schools said Stigger had worked for the district since 2008, but that now she had been reassigned away from the school and will not be permitted access to students. This situation is being taken extremely seriously, and the district will continue to cooperate with the investigation. Okay, that's it. Yeah, this type of stuff been going on. It's nothing new, you know. Back then, a lot of people just didn't talk about it, and plus, it wasn't any cell phones back then when I was in school, high school, and even in junior high. There was no cell phones back then. Cell phones came out when cell phones first came out. They didn't have any cameras on there. And a lot of students that I went to high school with, they just didn't say anything, you know, regardless of if they liked it or disliked it. But at the same time, I didn't have teachers that looked like her, that dressed like her. You know, now I'm not saying every teacher dress, I guess, over the top. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is the way some teachers dress can be very distracting to some of the students, because you have to understand a lot of the young boys aren't disciplined to, you know, control their sexual urges. So I can kind of see how it could happen from a young boy's point of view. But from a teacher's point of view, being the adult, I think that's more of a control thing. You know, maybe more of a fetish. You know, some women just like young boys, just like some guys like young girls. So I think that's more of a fetish or way of controlling the situation in some type of way. Or maybe it could be I guess kind of a, you know, being that they was in a car, I guess that would kind of be more of like a thrill on some type of level, some type of way, you know. But you tell me what you think about it, you know. But I know times have changed, and, you know, we live in a different environment today, but some things change, but then again, some things stay the same. So leave your comments below. If you have any questions, click the link below. Join my Players Club. Subscribe to my channel. And if you got questions, I got answers. Until next time, I'm out. Peace.